I think it's pretty safe to say that AI, aka artificial intelligence, has made an impact, especially with things such as ChatGPT and art generators that use AI. Let me be the first to say that on the surface, I don't have an issue with it, but rather how it might be used. Let me explain. So say if you use AI just for fun, nothing serious, then there's absolutely no problem. If you use it in a way to deceive or harm, then that's where problems occur. So recently, AI has become quite the piping hot topic of debate, and streamers like xQc and Asmongold have made some takes that were met with controversy, with xQc saying that AI is already better than most artists, and Asmongold suggesting for artists to change careers. I'm going to be honest with how divisive this topic is, and as someone who is more of an observer and doesn't really have a stake to fight for here, I can understand the pros and cons of the topic. AI can come up with some really cool things, such as songs, art, etc., and I think it's pretty fair to say that. With that being said, however, the part I have against AI is how it's used and how it's compared to works that are created by a human. With AI, you can simplify the processes with prompts and clicks, and your piece is generated. You may have to regenerate a few times, as AI can have some wonky details and bits out of place. But compare that to the amount of work that a human puts into their piece of art, and we begin to see the problem here. That person works hard on their work of art only to have AI, aka a robot, do their job. The heart and soul would be lost. As someone who enjoys art, sure, I can get behind a good piece made from AI, but I'd appreciate it much more if said piece came from a real person. There's also the chance someone can be a phony and claim that they made the art themselves, but it was the doing of AI. However, that scenario is more of a person problem, so I digress. It might be easy to overlook this if it doesn't happen to you, but imagine you've made a career on something and you've worked very hard for it, only to be kicked to the curb by AI. Think about that for a moment. Maybe Asmongold and xQc ought to think about that before shouting off with their takes, because who knows? Maybe there will be an AI streamer or content creator that does everything better than the two of you. If that happened, I'm sure y'all's energy would change real quick. Anyways, I just wanted to throw my name in the hat to give my takes on the subject. But with that being said, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments and take care.